has reported this is why GVB's board wants to get rid of Carl Gutierrez and Joseph McDonald. And it basically paraphrases and summarizes, I think, to a great degree, the paperwork that the materials that comprise the business risk report.
It did, and I was really pleasantly surprised last night when that thing came out. Somebody had sent it to me, but I knew that Troy had requested under FOIA for certain information, and the staff accommodated them. Chris Lizano was in charge of contracts, accommodated them, and they sat there for a couple of hours and went through the whole thing again. So I didn't realize that he was going to put a report like that together, which was 100% right on the mark. And I'm just surprised that, nobody was really picking up on that report is out on the website. Reporters could pick it up and follow up stories like that. But the one reporter that always follows up with GVB is just looking for dirt at GVB against me and Jerry. And I kind of got tired of that, right? So, but maybe this is something now that she could pick up and follow through, because I think there's this relationship with all these people that are also in the media that's causing some of these problems that think they're untouchable.
The names are named, and there are certain activities that are referred to in this article and in the BRCC Business Risk Report that is also available, or should be available, for certain members of the 37th Guam Legislature who have been trying to sort things out between GVB management and the boards, and maybe now here they'll be able to see what exactly the hesitancy is with the board to continue to work with you and I would say Jerry Perez, who is also a part of the investigation.
Yes, well, let me just say again so I can give you some context here. When Senator Jesse Lujan FOIA'd the investigation report, it had not been out to the public. And then he got that, and I was asked by the senators at the public hearing to please post it online. And we did. That's when things started moving forward, right? And then we had a public hearing shortly thereafter, and the chairman, George Chu, and I were at the legislature. And, George Chu wanted to move on, right? Don't look back. And he said that he liked the report. It was well done. But let's just leave it with the AG and the OPA, and let's move forward. And I said, yes, I associate myself with those comments. Let's move forward. But I guess his board of the members are not listening to him. They just want to go back and get me out of there so that no more looking into the misdeeds of those miscreants that they're still sitting there. I don't believe Sonny should be sitting there anymore, neither Milton. They're part of the bulk of what had gone on.
The accusations that have been accusations highlighted in the BRCC report and through the conversation, the article on this morning's Kandit. You mentioned, and I recall that it is at the Attorney General's office in the Office of Public Accountability. What, if anything, has happened to the investigation? Have they conducted anything, or are they just letting this sleeping dog lie as well?
No, the investigation from the AG's office started. We were interviewed. Jerry was interviewed, and other people were interviewed. So, they're just moving forward, I guess, trying to do other things that jump in front of them, like the Eagles Field and all that stuff. So they can't put it on the backslide. But yes, and DJ, I think is going to look at his schedule and see whether there's any statutes of limitation that might be overcome, if they don't do it.
Are you officially, is your status now officially that of a whistleblower? Do you enjoy protections now from what seems to be a board working unanimous towards you?
Well, I'm going to make it more formalized. I feel I am, and I'm drafting a letter right now, or I asked the legal counsel to draft a letter to the chairman, informing them that I'm being harassed right now at every turn. They want to get rid of me. And so I am now going to give some proof that I am being targeted and as a whistleblower, and they want me out of there. They can't stop. Every move Mary wrote, all she wants is to find out where are those forms so I can raid Uncle Carl. Uncle Carl, you haven't been here long enough unless you want to read the newspapers. But if I were you and you want to raid me, listen to the raid.
6:56 in the morning. Former Governor Carl T.C. Gutierrez, always a delight talking with you. And now that we have started off the morning with you, I'm wondering who's going to be out at GVB this afternoon. Who's going to be, which board member is going to be out this afternoon? because that's the way it worked. I talked to you Friday morning before lunch. Friday afternoon, Monty's out.
Yeah, well, we found out later that from the Attorney General, he has sent over his legal opinion. But hopefully this week and the next couple of days that Robert Hoffman, Mayor Hoffman, would be confirmed. He's on the third reading file, I believe, in the legislature. So that'll be another board member coming in.
This is going to be an exciting season to watch what's going on over at the Guam Visitors Bureau, 6:57 in the morning. From my perspective and my perch, I spent some time on the beach yesterday looking at a number of beautiful South Korean visitors and Japanese visitors, starting to hear more of that language. So I know you guys are hard at work and maybe could do more of that kind of the real job from GVB if maybe you had a little bit more support.
We have some really big things going on. I'll be leaving on Wednesday with the Korea Marketing Group. We are, and Mr. Ho, the chairman of Marketing Committee of the GVB. We're going to go there and we're going to put together a relationship with Jeju Airlines, and then in the following 2 weeks, an MOU with Lotte, the entire Lotte corporation, that they really want to put some attention into Guam, even buying property so they can really establish themselves even further here. So those things are happening. That like Lion Travel from Taiwan, if they're going to set up shop here, they're the biggest travel agency in Taiwan. And incidentally, it was announced by George Chu at the last meeting that now Milton Morinaga is a consultant for Lion Travel. So tell me about conflicts of interest.
Just something it's always nice. It's just, here's a bone. Troy, did you hear what he said? Maybe that's the substance for tomorrow's article. Former Governor Carl T.C. Gutierrez hugging a kiss to Auntie Jerry. I'll see you soon.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
888-8255.